So guys, what is going on? We are back. We are about to go hit some legs. Coming fresh off a healing, should I say, from a lat strain. Nothing too bad, nothing too crazy, but I felt it on the Romanian deadlift, about 180 on a back off set, down from 240, I believe. It wasn't even heavy, it just happened. I thought, oh, fuck, but you know, it's happened so much, I'm numb to that shit. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I just heal. I know what to do. So the healing process was very quick. Only a couple of weeks this time, maybe about 2 months, or maybe like 8 weeks. So we'll see what happens now with deadlifts. I'm not going to do two forms of heavy hip hinges. So I'm not going to be doing deadlifts and stiff leg deadlifts today. I'm going to be doing deadlifts because I fucking love deadlifts and I've missed them while I've been hurt. And I'm also going to do just machines after that, and a form of pressing as well, just for the quads. So maybe a little bit of leg extensions, but primarily it will be hamstrings. I only do one leg day a week these days. Don't need to be doing, little bits of adductors and calves and things like this. But don't do too many leg days these days because there's just no point. It's a very overpowering area for me, mainly the quads. Doesn't have to be done. So I rotate my focuses between hamstrings and quads week after week. So I'll always make time for deadlifts, but the primary meat of the session will either be hamstring focused or quad focused. That just depends on the week it falls on. Today will be hamstring focused, so we'll have a little bit of pressing, we'll have a little bit of leg extensions maybe, just to get a bit of blood into the quads, but primarily it's going to be some hamstrings. Listen. You know what I don't get? Look, if you're trying to go real heavy in a set, in a workout, you got a certain number you want to hit with a certain rep range, very specific. Don't waste so much damn energy trying to go up, okay? Don't do sets of 10. Do sets of a rep range where you're warming the muscle and connective tissue up enough to be able to safely execute at your best capacity that top set or that goal. If you do too many sets, too many reps and sets on the way up, you're gonna fuck yourself up. Unpopular opinion, but I don't give a fuck. Look, for me, the leg press is superior than the squat in terms of what it gives to what I give, okay? So the pros and cons of both exercises. I always say this, don't train like fucking sheep. Don't train because somebody else does something and so you're gonna do it and get good at it, even though it doesn't give you the benefit that gives you the person. It's a waste of fucking time. With the leg press, I can actually load the weight super heavy and feel it only in my legs, only. And I can actually manipulate where I feel it in the legs based upon my foot placement on the platform, okay? Yeah, look, it might not look as impressive as a crazy ass squat, which I have been able to do in the past, but the cons that came with that were mad. But results reign supreme, guys. Results are always what matter. No one gives a fuck about anything else. It can look good on Instagram, but you don't walk around with that on the top of your head. You walk around with the legs that you've earned. So leg press earns me pretty decent legs. As I stated earlier in the video, I'm not doing another heavy hip hinge, which obviously works the hamstrings very well, but I've got to make sure my lats stay healthy. They've just healed. I've just hit out a set of 260 on deadlifts. I'm not trying to be a dick, okay? I'm trying to be smart. Okay, so I hit 10 sets of between 10 and 12 reps per set on this machine. Focusing on controlling the negative or the lowering phase. Let's not call it a negative because I'm not actually making it super slow. I'm just controlling the negative phase. People sleep on the lengthening phase when it comes to developing your hamstrings. They work excessively hard and well when it comes to the lengthening phase of a movement like this. So make sure you exaggerate how much control, or really emphasize how much control you put over the lengthening phase of a prone hamstring curl. So my previous best while initiating the control of the lengthening phase is about 12.5 kg per leg. I decided to up that by 2.5 kg today. So that took us to 15 kg per leg. Now the lengthening phase was a little faster than I would have liked, but it still put my legs under tremendous pressure and stress, which is what I was looking for the hamstrings. I'm still going to grow from it. It's still good. Though I didn't lower it as slowly or as controlled as I wanted with this weight. It is what it is, guys. Don't beat yourself up on the small stuff. If you're still getting the overall goal, then be happy, all right? But just try your best to stick to the objective that you've assigned to yourself. Okay, time to squeeze every last ounce of chakra/ki out of these quads. Leg extensions, we're looking at 7 sets of 15 reps. 8 sets in total because the last set was just a madness, okay? So the last set, which you are going to see very soon, guys, I'll notify you on the screen when it's about to happen, is just a burnout set. There is nothing left to give. I like to do these on the quads, on things like the leg extension, because I think it's a safe place to do it, especially if you put the right weight on. You can absolutely go crazy with it with minimal risk, so to say, but maximum reward in terms of growth. So last set was as many as possible on the first initial go. So I think I got about 38 reps out or something like that, 39 reps. And then you drop it ever so slightly. Then you go for some negatives or controlled reps, so to say, but you do that to a mechanical failure. Okay, so not when the burn hits you, not when you feel a little tired and it hurts a bit. Mechanical failure. So the weight is literally not moving much anymore, like barely moving. That's when I stopped. I think I got about 44, 45 reps in total, of course. Guys, there are so many benefits of training the adductors, but they're simply overlooked because many people, especially guys, think it's just a girl machine. Only girls should do it. It's the awkward machine you don't make eye contact on. But in all seriousness, it needs to be done. Okay, so training the adductors, you get many benefits, okay? So if you find it, that's one of those things where you always pull your groin. For example, pulling your groin is a very common thing for people that play sports. Let's say football, because that's what I grew up playing, and a lot of people pull their groin playing football. If you train your adductors, you're much less likely to be pulling your muscle or your groin when playing that sport, or running or sprints or whatever you do. Any exercise where you're flexing and extending the hip, also adductors help with that execution as well. So for example, you might find it hard doing on the later side of a set with squats on a very difficult set, or deadlifts or hip thrusts. If you can work your adductors, that will aid in those movements, which equals more gains, to be fair, so you might as well do them. And last thing, if you are a bodybuilder, man, if you've got adductors, do you know how much better your legs look? Like superior. And you can see people that train the adductors versus people that don't on stage. They might have a great sweep, you know. All 3 heads of the quadricep look great, but if your adductors are lacking, you get exposed, bruh. So definitely train the adductors. It's a win-win-win for any sport that you play, to be honest.
All right, guys, so that's leg day wrapped up. So I'm always about innovation when it comes to training. I'm about training in a way that suits me the best, that serves me the best. I don't go serve these exercises. I don't go serve my ego. I don't go and catch up to my favorite gym bro on the internet. You know, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what that guy's doing or what. It's impressive. All right, cool, impressive. But does that do anything for me, for my physique, for my goals, what I want? You know, it's a selfish game. You're not trying to. You're selfish. Be selfish. Be attentive to what's happening. If you're not attentive and you ain't selfish, you're trying to please other people by doing exercises that don't serve you the best. Let's be honest. Your range of movement, your range of movement, your ability to do things, your structure might not be the best to do a certain movement, but you're forcing yourself to do it so you look good on social media. You're forcing yourself so you feel valid and your approach is valid. Fuck everybody else. Do what works for you the best. Doesn't matter how unorthodox your training style may be, or approach, or exercise selection. If it works for you, it works for you. Pay fucking attention. That's why I train the way I do. 1 leg day a week, okay? Plenty of stimulus for me for growth. And I rotate the focus every week, okay? Both muscle groups get hit, but the main focus of the muscle group that I'm aiming for rotates every week from hamstrings to quads and then back to hamstrings, and etc. And it just goes on and on and on. It works for me. It works very well. Get no problems from my back, no problems from my knees. I don't squat anymore, you know, because I like to, if I do something, I gotta work hard with it. I cannot do it passively and just do the bare minimum to get by. I have to fucking kill myself and work myself. That's why I don't do squats. I got to a point where I was doing like 240 kg on squats, you know. That's fucking heavy. It's heavy. Top percentage kind of squats, man. And the benefit to the output was not matching, bro. Like, my spine was hurting, man. I had sciatica because I was going so heavy, so much weight load on the spine and the hips. You know, I swear I was bursting blood vessels internally. Shit was not the one. And last thing, guys, back on the back end of that conversation about being attentive and doing what works for you, no matter how unorthodox and what you gives a fuck. Stop listening to people that don't have what you're having, but they've got a following. Nothing grinds my gears more than some skinny bastard online telling people how to grow a muscle and telling people how smart they are and what they've studied and their accolades when they've done nothing in the field themselves. It's irritating as fuck. It's irritating as fuck, okay? Make sure you listen to people with a body of work. I'm telling you. I don't care what people say. I don't give a fuck. Listen to people with a body of work. As long as the shit's not ridiculous, you know? It makes sense. But please, guys, if you are listening to people, make sure, because the internet is a very strange place at the moment. It's a very strange place where people are getting attention. I won't say they deserve the attention. They might have worked for the attention, but they have no accolades in what they're talking about. They physically don't embody what they're talking about and preaching to clients. They don't walk around and preach, and practice it, but yet they're preaching it onto clients and people that pay them. Excuse me. Oof, too much fucking water. That pay them good money. Don't be those people, man. Don't be those people. Go off your own radar. Go off your own radar, guys. Make sure you stick to what works for you and pay attention to people that have done what you want to do or are doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? You can relate to them. There's certain topics that they might share with you because in the realm of action, you are very similar. You know, there's obstacles that you and that person that's doing it might relate to. But if it's just some fucking guy talking from a book, it takes a different beast to actually live it. You know, so that's just my thing, guys, for anyone that's, you know, maybe thinking of getting a coach or maybe thinking of getting somebody or listening to somebody online. Not necessarily a coach, but thinking of listening to somebody online. You know, just think of that properly when choosing somebody to listen to or to pay to for, you know, for coaching and personal training and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, guys, I'm out. I'm done. Great leg day. Next video coming soon, obviously. Just stay tuned. Subscribe to your boy. Come on, man. Shit.